Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages that are within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my videos for Virgo and Pisces on Saturdays. And for those of you guys who are interested, the deck that I'm using today is called the Ludy Lescott Tarot, and that's Ludy Lescott. I'm going to go ahead and take these two cards. And as always, if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, the information is in the details. Or rather, sorry, the information is in the description. And just as a heads up, the cards like to flip over sometimes in the deck. I do see them, however, I don't take them unless they jump, like these ones have, and like this one too. And lastly, I try to get around 8 cards, and then we can get started on your reading. Sometimes we'll have an extra card that comes out. You know, that's no big deal. It just means you guys have an extra card. But I'm looking at the energy of the cards just as they're shuffling. And it feels very messy and almost disorganized. So I feel like right now you guys are dealing with a lot of that. Okay, so just as a quick reminder, if you guys enjoy the reading, leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel. But your overall energy is the Strength card. It's the Strength card. So I feel that you guys right now are in a position where you guys are trying to sort of unlock a little bit of that strength in you, right? And also the Strength card is the card of Leo. So for some of you, you might be dealing with a Leo, but I feel like for most of you, by and large, that's not the case. But if you are dealing with a Leo, just take that as extra confirmation. But I feel like you guys are trying to sort of awaken a little bit more of that fierce side of you, right? I feel like you guys may have in the past been a little bit too willing to say yes, or not really willing to express your side of the argument, right? Because even though you guys have the best of intentions, I feel like this particular Strength card talks more about the fierceness and sort of physical prowess, whereas other Strength cards sort of talk about more of an emotional or mental strength. This one I feel urges you guys to learn from the lion instead of teaching the lion, if that makes sense. Because in the regular Strength card, the woman tames the lion by training them. And it's very interesting to me because I'm looking at your cards and you have the Six of Wands here, which is a very positive card, but you have it in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. To me, the Four of Pentacles speaks of very egocentric approach, or not necessarily being open with your resources, right? Because this person has 4 pentacles, but he's almost hell-bent on not giving them away. You know, it's a very Scrooge sort of energy. And I feel like more often than not when this comes up in relationship readings, it has to do with the fact that someone here or both parties are not being exactly open with the way that they feel and the way they sort of what their intentions are and what the outcomes that they would like are. And I feel like as a result of there not being that openness, you're seeing this Six of Wands in reverse, which is sort of like a blockage to your victory, right? And that sort of sheds a new light on this Strength card because it feels like you might be gathering the strength here to express yourself in an authentic way instead of having to keep things sort of bottled up. right? And I'm looking at this 10 of Swords here, and it's complemented very nicely with the 6 of Swords. The 10 of Swords talks about betrayal, pain, backstabbing, a lot of just negative emotions all around. And you can obviously see here that this man has been stabbed to death, and there's a woman that's running out sort of to see if she can probably help him in any way. But all that negative energy is sort of being left in the past here, because you have the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords talks about leaving a situation, going from one situation to the next, right? And I'm looking at the 6 of Swords here, and it almost looks like this man has missed his boat, but it almost feels like there's going to be another boat for him to take and leave the situation. So if you feel like you've lost your opportunity to leave, that's not true. There is still a chance for movement, and there's still an opportunity for you to better your situation. So don't give up just yet. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? And it's very interesting because I'm seeing the Hanged Man in reverse as well as the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles oftentimes talks about a message of stability, right? So in a lot of senses, this can be a material kind of a message, or a message that has to pertain, or that pertains to finances or business. But another interpretation might be, another interpretation is coming out very heavy in the art and the illustration here of the card, is that the Page of Pentacles is also a learner, right? He's a student, and the fact that this man is sort of like slaving away over books, probably in the late hours of the night, tells me that you guys are trying to sort of uncover as much information as you can. And Virgos tend to be very self-sacrificing, so I feel like you guys are trying to do whatever is within your power to have and reach the best outcome here. And it's very interesting to me that I see that there's this sort of energy of wanting to gather new information, even though you have the Hanged Man in reverse, right? And the Hanged Man talks about wanting to, or needing to, change your perspective. And the fact that it's in reverse almost leads me to believe that right now you guys understand what's going on. And I feel like you guys understand what's going on an intuitive level. And I feel like for a lot of you guys that might make you feel a little nervous, right? Because you need that sort of concrete factual evidence in order to feel comfortable with your decisions. But I'm here to tell you that you don't always need that. And if you have that intuitive feeling, then I say go for it. And then the last two cards that we have here are sort of this Queen of Cups energy, along with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the Queen of Cups is a very interesting energy to have right here, because the Queen of Cups, for one, she talks about water signs, right? So you may be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But I feel like also she can represent mother figure, and I feel like that's coming out very strong in this reading. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you might be dealing with some kind of a mother figure, or maybe you guys are a mother. Or maybe for your male Virgos, you're dealing with a baby mama, something like that. There's definitely a sense and energy of maternity here, or a mother figure, right? So even though she might not necessarily be a biological mother, she might be somebody who stands in for a mother, or like a stepmom, but I mean more like a mother role, right? So like a teacher, or maybe even an older sister, something like that. And this person is very cold and detached right now, and I feel like that's a change that's been very recent, but I'm here to tell you that it's only a matter of time before this sort of regularizes and normalizes, because you have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune a lot of times can talk about divine timing, right? And the fact that it's in reverse almost leads me to believe that you guys are in a position right now where the timing wasn't quite correct. And things that you wanted to deal with weren't quite able to be dealt with right now. I feel like just the stars didn't align for you right now, and you had all these plans, but they kind of got, you kind of got a wrench thrown in them, either in phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 or whatever phase of your plan. But somewhere along the line, it just needed to take a step back and really improvise and adapt. But whatever this energy is, you guys are moving away from it. You guys are moving away from this energy of not feeling powerful with the strength card. You guys are going to regain your strength, and you guys are going to feel stronger than ever before. It's just a matter of, I feel like, waiting it out, because this Wheel of Fortune really screams time to me. But that was your reading for this time around, Virgo. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment, because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Virgo videos on Saturday. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.